And me now, I'm waiting. You know what I mean?
Like, yeah, put my prescription
they
on
won't
hold.
give them to me yet. I'm like, can I please have my anti-dementia medication? You don't need them yet, because I go in the kitchen sometimes and forget why I'm in there. I'm like, oh hell no, wait a minute. And I just stand there until I figure it out.
Hey family, it's Lady Nadra here. Welcome back to my channel and welcome back to another episode of Gloria's Alzheimer's. For those of you, if it's your first time watching, my mom is Gloria and she's 78 years old and she has stage 6 Alzheimer's. She was diagnosed in 2017 and we've been dealing with this thing since then. My dad passed in 2020. They had been married for 51 years. My family and I, we often talk about the blessing in that is that towards the end, when my dad got really sick, he didn't really resemble himself, especially to her. So she didn't really identify him as being Cliff. You know what I mean? They were peanut butter and jelly. They were, always together. They traveled in a motorhome together. They worked in ministry together. They did everything together. You know what I'm saying? But towards the end, he didn't look like himself. So she didn't, coupled with her disease, she didn't recognize him as being Cliff. So the blessing in that, it was sad to watch, but the blessing in that is that, she didn't recognize him. If that makes sense. She didn't know that was her husband. So now, we hear her talk about, oh, my husband. Sometimes my brother's her husband. Sometimes I'm her husband. Sometimes, it just depends on, somebody else in there may be her husband. It is part of the disease, but I find that to be God's grace, because I know she would be very sad and possibly, tormented by that, the loss of her guy. I'm gonna walk all over you. This episode, I want to focus more on the caregiver. My mom, she's content. My mom is in a space where, she's content. That's another blessing, that she's not, distressed or angry, sad, all the things. She lives in a care facility, and I see a lot of the other residents there. They're not so good. They're not in a good space. You know what I'm saying? So I find grace in that as well, that, the Lord just allows her to be content, and she's always consoling even the other ones. You know what I'm saying? She's like, why are you sad? Why are you crying? Oh, come on. She's doing that kind of thing. I wanted to focus on the caregiver in this episode because I've heard it so many times, often the caregiver is the one that gets the brunt of this disease. Like I said, my mom's content, but when she is agitated or when she is distressed or is in need of something, oftentimes I am the one that I have to show up.
Her sister, Lucille, she went to school with Danny and I. I knew it. Because I said, oh Lord, when you don't talk
That's what
to
Daddy says about me every time I call. It's someone that has passed in our family.
I love you, baby. Love you.
You mean to tell me she gonna call me up again?
Yeah.
So you guys went to school what year?
1961.
Okay.
In 1961, you went to school with her?
No, we went to school.
58.
But let me take it with Gloria by myself first. You took one with her before, so why we?
I already took it.
Yeah, but she.
Okay.
That way gonna smile for the camera.
Got it. I got it.
Okay, good. But anyway, no, Gloria left Louisiana in the 10th grade and moved to California. You graduated from LA
LA High.
LA High. But had she graduated with us, she would have graduated in 61. 1961, the class of 61. That's how we got her. I got her involved in that.
Look, did you see the picture that I gave? Oh, I showed you the picture of Miss.
And then you found her.
And then I found her, I don't know, somehow or another, I think it was Juanita, somebody. And then she was doing hair, so she got to be my hairdresser on Long Beach Boulevard in Board. And then she moved and she did my hair so good, didn't you, Gloria girl? Yeah. Yeah.
You done it real good.
And what about you, Aunt Rachel?
Oh, I never. When we were little girls.
Well, we belong to the same church.
Yeah, we
all of us
belong to
belong
the
to
same church.
Evergreen
Evergreen,
Baptist Church, and
yeah.
her dad was the choir director
Yeah.
at Evergreen Baptist Church. Now, I've been knowing Gloria since I was 12. Now,
Before that.
I was 12 when I became a member of Evergreen, when it was on Christian and Taylor. On the other side, before you get to the bottom. Then we built a big church on Milam and Allen Avenue.
Yeah.
So, and then Gloria.
In Louisiana.
Yeah, this is in Shreveport. Since
And
we
then
were little.
and you were how old, Aunt Rachel?
Oh, I don't know.
She
I
was
must
younger
be
than us.
8 or 9 when I first.
When you graduated, okay, I was 17.
No, I mean, she means
but
at
I
church.
know you were younger, so
Oh.
you was 8 or 9 and I was 12.
Okay.
You 2 years younger than me?
1.
Okay, then she was 11. Right. That's my girl. When her husband was working as a fireman, and when she moved to Moreno Valley, and so I would drive to Moreno Valley to get my hair done. Even though Dorothy, our sister, who was also graduated with her, she lived up in Pigeon Pass, around Pigeon Pass. So Gloria would say, Doris, why don't you stay overnight? Because Cliff is going to be gone. That's when he was fired. And then we can go to the movies. And we went to see Beloved. And both of us came out of there looking like, what kind of movie? Remember Oprah's movie,
Yeah.
Beloved? That was the worst movie that we ever seen. That was you and I went to see it. So we would go to the movies or go shopping. But she liked to go to the movies when Cliff would not come home, because then I wouldn't have to drive back to Moreno Valley, because my daughters already lived in Moreno Valley. They moved out there in the 80s, and Gloria bought her house over there off of Canyon Springs in 91.
Box Springs.
Box Springs. Yeah, Canyon Springs on the other side near Van Buren. I know it was a spring something. And so Gloria would talk me into staying there because she didn't want to be alone. So we had to go to the movies. That's
Too cold.
It wasn't cold, girl. It was in the summertime. Yeah, wasn't it? We had a good time.
And we would always come out there on, Barbara and I would come on a Friday after school. And she started doing, she was doing my hair. And then one of my coworkers started liking the way my hair looked. She would always want Gloria to do it the same day that I did. She did mine. We would have a great time.
Yep.
Singing and playing music and
watching videos.
eating. Yeah.
Watching
Watching
videos.
videos.
My thing.
Oh, my
the videos
goodness.
when she took
Do
us
you
on
still have those
grandbaby
videos?
I do have a lot of videos.
Oh,
Yeah.
my goodness.
Gloria was a great producer. She
Yeah.
could direct and produce, and what I would
I
love
guess that's where I see. That's where I get it from.
That's
Rachel.
where I get it from.
That's right. That's right, Gloria. You are a girl.
You know, I think for my siblings and I won't speak for them, but my observation has just been that, you know, I have one brother that he does what he does with her, with my mom. Him and her have their own way of dealing, and that's that. And that's how he can flow. Another brother, he doesn't necessarily, it took him longer to actually be able to accept where my mom is. You know what I mean? I think that was doing him this is my observation again. I think that was doing something to his psyche, you know what I mean? In his heart, he couldn't necessarily process that, you know, listening to my mom not be able to articulate what she was trying to say, or, you know, move in a certain way, or, you know, because she was so sharp, you know what I'm saying? It was kind of, it took him a while to actually process that, and I think he's still probably processing it, you know, a little bit differently. This is Adrian. This is my mom's second child. He was born second. I'm the baby.
Yeah, in every
And
respect.
And the only girl, so, you know.
The princess.
Yes, but
Yeah.
go ahead.
Yeah. Hi, everybody. My name is Adrian. And my sister approached me and just asked me to speak a little bit about some of the challenges in dealing with a parent with Alzheimer's / dementia, and in hopes that it could help someone or possibly aid them in dealing with a loved one that's going through similar circumstances. And I had to think when she asked me, you know, to talk about some of the more difficult things. It's all difficult, obviously, but what comes to mind immediately for me is having to, whenever I've had to say no to my mom, or, you know, not necessarily no, but I don't know, like tell her she couldn't do something, or, you know, because that's complete role reversal for me. I'm the number 2 son. I have classic middle child syndrome. There's the little baby over there.
Classic.
And then I have my older overachiever brother. And then there's me stuck in the middle. So I'm the one that was traditionally in trouble and all of that stuff. So a conversation with no was very familiar to me and my mom, but it was usually the other way around, obviously. And you know, when I say no, I don't mean telling her no, you know what I mean, like that. But for instance, something that comes to mind would be before my mother it ultimately went into the assisted living facility. She was staying at home, and my brother, my sister, myself, and my daughter, we all took shifts. We would take 2-day shifts looking after my mom, because my mom was into everything. I mean, she was just all over the house. And at this point, they had moved into a smaller apartment so that we could all keep an eye on her better. And what really didn't dawn on me at the time was the fact that, you know, it was almost like a prison for her, because, you know, she just wanted to be out and around and exploring things. You know, she was opening drawers that she had opened for years, but discovering new things in every one of these drawers that she opened. So, you know, my mom was very meticulous, records keeper, and she'd have birth certificates out all over the place and bank records flying all over the place, and we're trying to keep these things together. And she also liked to leave all the time. She was ready to go. It could be 9:30, 10 o'clock at night, and she's got her two purses on her arm, 2 coats on, 3 layered skirts, and tennis shoes that didn't match, going to the front door because it was time to go. So having to manage that was difficult because, again, you don't want to say no, but you're in a position where you have to give a reason why they can't do these type things, and that's what ultimately worked better for me, was trying to come up with a different option, something else to trigger her interest at the time. The look in her eyes was the toughest thing to deal with. Having to explain why she can't do something, and then just the look of disappointment is something that we all had to get used to, and it was tough. It was really tough. Any of you dealing with this now, I really feel for you, because it's difficult, and it's something that you have to reprogram your own brain to deal with. And again, I'm used to her telling me no. I'm used to her having that look of disappointment over something that I did, not something that I wouldn't allow her to do. So I think that was the biggest shift for me. That was the biggest, paradigm of change. I don't know, whatever you want to call it. Now that I've conditioned myself, it's a little better for me now. And again, she's in a controlled environment, so I really don't, have to do that. We don't have to do that anymore.
Thank you, that's sweet.
Mama, how you doing? You okay? I miss you, Mama.
Mom, where you going? Destin.
Wow.
Kind of a rough suit. Just look at it.
I see. She's working, huh?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, sure could come to my house. That's stuff.
Have you seen Red?
Yeah.
Mama Sarah?
You saw Mama Sarah?
Mm-hmm.
Really?
Yeah. I told her we got it in. No. Just go ahead and do what you want to do.
That's what you did?
That's your baby girl.
Oh, I want it.
You stuck. You stuck with me.
Girl, you stuck.
You stuck with me, baby.
I gotta have a car and one of the gas.
And a motorhome. What about the motorhome?
You used to type at Water and Power. That's where you used to work.
Everybody went up in the cab.
At the Department of Water and Power. Remember, you used to say, "Welcome to Water Trouble."
Yeah, water trouble.
He said, "Water trouble, water trouble, may I help you?"
Wait a minute. What make it?
That's what you used to say at work. He said, "Water trouble,
A lot of trouble.
water trouble."
You want to rub my hair?
Yes, sir.
Come on, rub my hair for me.
I ain't going to nothing for no preacher.
Come on, rub my head,
I
Mama.
ain't praying him.
I used to love it when you rubbed my head.
Hey, River. You let me your head.
Huh? Come on, Mama.
Okay.
Rub it for me. Rub it. There you go. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Bobby over here told me.
Yeah, rub it, Mama. I feel so good. Thank you.
Yeah, this time when you going home. Where you going?
Nowhere.
Nowhere.
I'm not going anywhere.
Oh.
I'm the one that's really charged with the heavy lifting of the situation. You know what I mean? I'm doing the doctor's visits. I'm doing, all the maintenance, all the care, all the things. You know what I'm saying, that go along with caring for somebody. That falls in, on me. If somebody else were doing it, I probably would be getting on their nerves because I would be trying to figure out, why are you approaching it like this? You should be doing that. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what else I would be doing. My mom says she was trying for a girl. She knew what she was doing. No, people often say to me, "You're doing such a great job," and okay, so strange enough, this makes me feel uncomfortable when people say that to me. I'm not sure exactly why, because I know they're meaning it as a compliment, and I know I shouldn't take offense to it at all. I'm not. It's the craziest thing, but there's a part of me that feels like, what else would I be doing? Like, this is my mom. She needs me. You know what I mean? She needs me to be doing exactly what I'm doing. And what else would I find myself doing when my mom needs me? I just don't, my mind doesn't work like that. She has a need and I'm going to be there. Bottom line, I don't know what could, aside from me being laid up in the hospital somewhere, I don't know what could keep me from being there for my mom. And that's what I'm supposed to do. That's how I feel. I feel like she took care of me, and now I need to take care of her. You want to put your seatbelt on?
I never even thought about it. I do this one.
Mm-hmm. Got it? Good job.
Ooh, those trees, those houses.
You like those or you don't? You like those trees? You don't want to like them? They're too big. You must have got your hair wet.
I'm listening.
Did you get your hair wet? It looks like you probably got it wet in the shower. That's okay, I'll fix it. Have you seen Andre? What about Adrian? Have you seen Adrian?
Adrian, where has he been going?
You haven't seen him? Okay. Guess what? Spring had a baby.
Little big, that's great.
Spring had a little baby girl.
Oh.
Her name is Nova.
Noble.
Nova.
Okay.
Nova. Hey, Glow Glow. How you doing? Hey. Tired? What we be doing? A lot of nothing. A whole lot of nothing, Glow.
Ain't nothing over there.
No. I like your earrings.
No, I won't have anything over in the
You have some earrings on. They're cute.
I like these shoes too.
You like my shoes?
Boy, look at those shoes. Really,
They going real fast. By
They're
the
comfortable.
store.
Thank you.
I've never seen anything like it.
No.
No.
Kind of futuristic, huh?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, that's my mama.
That's you. That's not your mama.
Ain't it mama?
That's me.
I hope nobody don't come in here looking for me. Or looking after me or in it.
Mm-hmm.
So.
We're going to color your hair on Thursday, okay? I mean, Saturday.
Yeah.
Put some hair color on your hair.
Where did you find shoes like that?
You sitting here, you get to look out the window, huh? When you sit right here.
Yep, I had done that. Sure did.
You can see who's coming in and who's going out when you sit right here.
Yeah, you told me.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. And it's back here.
Mm-hmm.
And he's coming from where? You are so ashable.
Ashable?
Ashable.
I'm ashable. Okay.
I'm not the one to talk to nobody else.
You want to go for a walk? Okay, come on, let's go for a walk.
I'll walk it. Where is mine?
Hmm?
Is it here?
Okay, I'm coming. It's not your room. That's not your room.
Come to Jesus. Come to Jesus. To Jesus. Come to Jesus. Okay, who are you?
I'm right here.
Where you at? Where
I'm
you?
following you.
Come on, sister.
Who else bed you going to make up?
Okay, you can. So we can get it through.
You can walk faster?
Yeah,
Okay.
that must have been in the hospital.
What? Oh, because I got this mask on, huh? My girlfriends from high school, there are three of us, and we're all finding ourselves as caregivers. You know, it's weird. You know, we hung out in high school, and now that we're older, we've kept up with each other throughout the years, but now that we're in our early 50s, you know, we find ourselves as caregivers, me for my mom. One of my friends it was for her husband's grandmother that just passed. She just passed, I want to say about a month ago. And my other friend, for her husband who was in a really bad car accident. And, it's crazy because I find right now she's, in a critical part of her journey. She's dealing with some heavy things right now. And I'm watching her going through this. And, the things that I want to tell her, I have to stop and be like, do that for yourself. For instance, I called her the other day and I offered to get her a massage because she's just right in the thick of it and she's just doing so much. She's doing. And I get the feeling that a part of that is to busy her mind so that she's not just sitting in the middle of what's actually happening right now. You know what I mean? Just, with that all on her plate, so, that's the way I handle stuff. I busy myself to keep it from, just caving in on me. And I don't know, right or wrong, that's what I do. And so I see that that's kind of how she's moving. And that's how it seems to me anyway. And so I offered her a massage for the masseuse to come over to her house. And she's been there before, but to come over to her house and give her a massage. And she says, oh, she says, I'll do it later, not right now. It's too many people at my house. There's too much going on, and there is, you know what I'm saying? But I find it necessary to take little sips of what would re-energize you or what would help you to center yourself. You know what I'm saying? Those little things, whether you do it once a week or, whatever, just you have to take those moments. They're not going to really be given to you, but you have to take those little moments so that you can recharge, if that makes any sense. You can kind of regenerate yourself just a little bit, even if it's just a little bit. You know what I mean? A little piece of it. Take it. A sip. You don't want to play with him no more? How come?
Nothing special.
It wasn't anything special?
Come over here and sit down and talk with me.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. And this one too.
It says you've been walking a lot today.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Where's the daddy and the mama?
Oh.
Oh, shit. You mean there's a forever? Ain't nobody gonna come up in here and try to get this bottle straightened out. I was like, what?
Is that what they said?
I let it go because it's quite serial.
Mm-hmm.
Listen.
I think she's talking to somebody else.
She said if you thought you were really the graving that he put in there and here.
Mm-hmm.
I do not want to to do that.
Right, me either. No way. Okay, so I'm here with Glo. Say hey. Not today?
Some shit.
Oh, no. Mom, who's that? You do know
How you doing? Good to see you.
Thank you, son.
Oh, look at your nails. You got your nails done?
Got him down.
Huh?
Yes,
Why? Why you gonna look all glossy?
Got to go all the way out there. They don't know. The ones that's supposed to know, they don't
It's
know.
so good to see my mama. Wow. Hair done? Where'd you go today, Mom?
Today didn't. I don't even know what he's talking about. Because I don't know what I'm talking about.
Neither do I, Mama.
Getting me out on
we
the
gonna roll
streets.
with you,
We
whatever.
gonna roll with it.
Whatever you say, we just gonna roll with it, Glo. I'm gonna roll with you. Okay. Okay. What's down there then? I don't know. We're gonna go this way. That way. Down Harrison.
No, you can go now.
Okay, thank you.
Was it nice to go outside today, Mama?
Sure was not.
It was not. It sure was not.
I ain't gonna do nothing like that no more.
You gonna go to church tomorrow? It's Easter.
Yeah.
Easter used to be a big day in Gloria Jean's house.
Oh my gosh, I've been
Easter's house.
all day. I've been getting my hair done.
Yep.
The
'Cause
Easter.
I had to, because you have to wash it in the morning, and then you braid it up, and then I go outside and play till it dried,
Mhm.
and then I come back inside because we didn't have blow dryers.
No, you were pre-blow dryer.
Yeah. Yeah. And then I had to come back in and get it pressed and curled and rolled.
and get it peas again.
Or take my bath before I do all that.
Okay.
And
Yeah,
then
that was an
wrapped,
all-day
right?
thing.
Or did you guys do the head wrap back then?
But she would put me in a scarf.
Yeah.
All day.
It was a big deal.
Love you, I love you, Lord, today, because you cared for me in a very special way. Yes, I praise you, lift you up. Oh, this is a whole new mustard car.
Magnify your name. Yeah,
Where'd you
very
guys go?
good. You did the whole thing. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this vlog. Enjoy my mom, Gloria. You can look at the other episodes and get more about her. But I did want to kind of just, talk about the caregiver in helping. I always say in these videos, I always say my dad, his goal was for us to help somebody with our story. So I wanted to make sure that I'm not just showing you my mom, because that's definitely a part of it, showing you the stages. And like I said, she's in stage 6C, D, somewhere in there. But showing you how she flows and how she moves, you can look at the other episodes to see that. But also, whoever is caring for an Alzheimer's patient, the understanding that you have to have, the patience that you have to have, you just have to have a certain bandwidth to be able to balance all this stuff, this ever-changing, ongoing activity You know what I'm saying? You have to be able to withstand a lot. And so I just wanted to make sure that I'm sharing all facets of this situation with you so that you can be aware of what you're dealing with. If you have any questions for me, please leave them down in the comments. And I love to chat it up with you guys. So if you leave a comment, I'm gonna come back and we can chat. All right. Hope you enjoyed this video and look for episode 13. This is episode 12 of Gloria's Alzheimer's.